Today I thought I would paint with some metallic watercolors from Altenew. And the stamp set I'm using is called Bold Bouquet. And I've decided I'm going to paint the flowers, one set of flowers in blues and purples, and another in golds and, well, reddish golds and yellowish golds. So the first thing I'm doing here is just wetting down the paper, and so that when I add the watercolor, the watercolor will flow. And I'm not going to try to put shadows in or make it look realistic in any way. I just want to give it basically some pretty colors. And you can see how when I started with the purple and then I added the blue, and it just kind of spread around and gave it a pretty bluish purple color to it. I'm doing the same thing with this flower. I'm adding the purple first, and then I'm going to go and add the blue. Now I'm drying the watercolor because I want to put another layer on. I want to make it a little more solid. So I'm going to go in with the same blues and purple to kind of fill in where it's more black and not enough color. Basically, that happened along the edges. This is a pretty easy way to paint. I'm not trying to make it look in any special way. It's just kind of free form. So I'm going with the flow. I've turned it upside down because I'm doing the next flower, which I'm going to do in the golds and it's kind of a yellowish gold and then a reddish gold. It's the two colors. Maybe it would be gold and brass. It's probably the color. And you can see the different colors mixing there. And again, I'm off the camera. I'm still working on that. I bring it closer to me, the camera, the paper closer to me as I'm painting. And of course that gets it out of the camera's view. And if I move the camera closer to me, then you see my head. So I'm still working on that. I've tried putting the camera in a couple different places. The place I want to put it in my setup, I can't. I'd like to put the camera so that it comes from in front of me. I've tried it overhead, from the attaching to the shelf overhead, and then I've tried from the side, and I'm still working on it. But I did the same thing with this one. I'm using the gold and the brass, if you will, and just kind of filling it in so it's more solid. Not trying to make shadows, not trying to make it look realistic, just trying to make it look pretty. And then I'm using kind of this is a reddish, see, pardon the sound here as I'm trying to dig out my paints. See if I can find out what the actual names of those colors are. Ah, copper. So I did it gold and copper for the flower, and then I have to snap these out of here. And I can't get them. I don't know if the microphone is picking up all this rustly sound. I apologize. Oh, garnet. So the color I did the stamens is called garnet. I wish they had put the names of the paints on the side instead of on the bottom. You can see that what I just did is snap the pans, the little cakes of watercolor out of the middle pan, which is causing all the noise. Orange and blue are opposites on the color wheel, so they go well together. So I thought the orangish or goldish, yellowish was a good complement for the blues and purples. The complement of purple, I think, is yellow. So you've got the yellow and the golds, and the blues and the purples. And then I'm using one of the greens of the metallic watercolors to paint the leaves. And then what I did is I got out my 24 pan set and just painted the base of the leaves with regular green paint, not watercolor. Or excuse me, it's watercolor, it's not metallic. Just to add a little more green color and depth to the base of those leaves. And there you see it. Thanks so much for watching my videos. If you found this helpful, please give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe so that you know when I release new videos. If you're interested in learning more about watercoloring, check out my watercolor class. Thank you.